I think this is an interesting point, Alencia, that abortion needs to, and in some cases in these 5 states, move from being a culture war issue or a women's issue into a right, into the pantheon of rights, right? We've been talking about rights for a long time with Me Too, with Black Lives Matter, with George Floyd, now with abortion. It's along the continuum of let's not have rights erode more than we've already determined that they have done so in America. Let's not talk about abortion as a women's issue. Let's not talk about abortion as a culture war issue. Let's talk about it as the preservation of individual rights in the United States.
Oh, I agree 100%. And I think that's why it was so motivating, especially for young people who we couldn't capture in the polls too well for Black voters, because they saw it as a right that I had. And then in my generation, in a lifetime, it was rolled back. And if that isn't a key indicator of where our democracy is going, I don't know what else is. And voters showed up in the polls thinking about abortion access this way, thinking about the fact that they can do this to one of my most personal medical decisions. They can do this to any other of my rights and freedoms in this country. Right. And as we saw in some exit polling, in addition to abortion rights, democracy was also a top issue for voters. Right. And these two coupled together is speaking to that exact piece.
That's the point, right? When you look at that, I mean, inflation, I'm an economics guy. We can actually and will solve inflation. We'll get there. But if you take abortion rights and you lump it with democracy, Jill, this should be remarkably motivating to young people. It seemed to have